Hello Taurus, welcome to GRAYCI'S Gamut. I will be doing a general reading for you today, not a personal read, mind you. Take it as it resonates. Timeless. When you see it's when you need it. And to carry that energy for from the time you see it a few weeks after as well. All right, what do we got? We started with the Priestess of Light oracles here. We have Sacred Purpose, Eternal Power, Ancestral Legacy. Let's see, it for this. I think it's it for this deck. I kind of was varying between the two, the Wisdom and the Oracle as well. I'm going to pull one of those. I think that you need at least one of each. Let's see here. Message in there as well. Clean it up in the reverse, so it is a protection message. All right, let's read from the books on these for you guys. Sacred Purpose. I feel like getting rid of some baggage, getting rid of things that no longer serve you, connecting with energy that kind of pushes you in this direction where you want to try to clean up maybe mistakes, trim around the edges, you know, maybe work on a relationship, work on your surroundings. Maybe there's too much clutter. You have the number 43. Sacred Purpose. Your sacred purpose calls you to honor the holy fire in your own soul. Ancient priestesses would tend the sacred flame, thereby keeping balance among the elemental kingdoms of earth, air, fire, and water. In fact, you may have had important past lives in such societies, perhaps even as a priest or priestess with this high intention. Know that the purpose of balancing the energy in your life and in the world still resonates within you. It is up to you to hold all that is sacred as your charge and your responsibility. The ancestors are calling you to restore balance to Mother Earth once again. Yeah, keeping I get that with you guys a lot. Feeling like things just aren't in order. Things are out of whack, out of balance, needing to constantly this roller coaster of emotion, possibly for some of you, because it's like a never-ending cycle. It feels like sometimes. We have Clean It Up, number 21. As soon as I find it. 21. Essential meanings. Getting to the core of a situation. Freedom from a burden. Cleaning house. Sweeping away what is no longer needed. And your protection message. Is it possible that you may be focusing too much on other people right now? Trying too hard to be helpful? Does talking and taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is the cost to you and to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. It feels like maybe some of you are trapped in this cycle within your relationships where you feel the need to compensate for what someone else isn't doing in the relationship. whether it be a friendship, family, you know, it could be a job relationship, you know, your coworkers or your boss. It could be a significant other as well. Trying to take up the slack, you know, to try to force it to work. Sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes the pieces just don't fit, and there is no fixing that. It becomes a burden. It becomes a burden on you and them as well, because if you're cleaning up their messes all the time to try to make it seem like the relationship is working, no matter what relationship it is, then they never learn lessons. They never take accountability for their actions, and so on and so forth. So just be very mindful of that. Okay, we are going to get right into the body. Your read here, Taurus. We have the Knight of Swords in the reverse here. I feel like this is it. Either you or someone you're dealing with is not learning lessons. They're not trying to delve deeper than what's on the surface. Just scratching the surface of the problem, possibly. Skimming across it, you know, just just moving along without figuring out things, without learning from mistakes and so forth. Possibly not even wanting to talk about it, dealing with them not wanting to deal with the situation, having to keep trying, and they don't care. Maybe it's to this point they don't care. Maybe there's lots of arguing going on, lack of communication, and just you know, flitting through life, and they're supposed to be responsible for someone else, or they're not necessarily responsible for someone else. Like, nobody's responsible for somebody else's happiness, but you're responsible for your own, always. So if you feel like you need to get out of a situation, you get out of the situation. You can't rely on someone else to be taking that burden of your situation. This could be this as well. Maybe someone, maybe this is you flitting across things and expecting someone else to pick up the pieces. Maybe you don't feel strong enough to deal with the situation at hand. But it feels like not learning from mistakes or from situations that have come up in the past, and needing to stop and take a moment. You have the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like you may have been asking for answers. May have been asking for answers with something that is going on with you. This may have been going on for some time as well, but it feels like the answer you seek isn't right in front of you, and you're not grasping it. This could, if you, it feels like the imbalance of the energy, and it's not going to right itself until you actually stand against whatever problems, you know, and really break them down, evaluate them, and fix them. I feel like there's some problems that just have not been fixed, and it's not up to one side or the other to do it. You have to work together if you really want the relationship to work. Like I say, this could be a work relationship as well. This could be you wondering, maybe I need to just, I've got all these problems here, and you never stop to think, well, maybe what I'm doing is the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you are. I'm just keeping your mind open enough that, you know, maybe if there's not, until you're to the point where, like, you've been fixing, if you're the one that's been fixing, been mending, been picking up slack, it may be time for you to leave that situation, whatever it is. I do feel a little bit towards a work environment here for somebody. Things being stagnant within your relationships. You have the Magician and the Chariot in the reverse. The Chariot is positive, being pulled in a new direction, being pulled in a more positive direction. I feel like there's a resistance to that here, because you want, if this is about a relationship, you may be getting this urge to leave the situation, but you keep staying, you keep trying, and this could be the universe trying to pull you in the right direction, pull you in a different direction. It may not even be completely the different direction. It may just be down a different path that'll get you to where you need to be with this relationship or this person. But you do have the Magician here. This is, and the fact that these popped out together, I feel like you've been trying to manifest something in here. You want something better for yourself, but you're being resistant to the pull, to the direction you need to go. Maybe you don't want to, it could be about leaving a situation, and you're resisting that leave because you're not ready to change things. You want change, but you're not ready to make the sacrifices that it needs to take to get where you need to be. Oh, there it goes. Okay, here it goes. Of course, Temperance. Yeah, you're being divinely guided here. I feel like for a very long time with this Magician, you've been asking for something, right? You're asking for help. You want changes. You want a specific kind of relationship. If this person is not capable of giving you what it is that you want, and you keep staying in the situation anyway, and here you've got this this Chariot trying to pull you this is the universe trying to pull you in the direction you need to go to get where you need to be, and you're resisting it. You're not going. So yeah, especially with this coming up here, this could also mean being patient with the situation, needing patience with the situation. Maybe someone in the situation is getting angry a lot, is argumentative possibly, because it's frustrating. It's frustrating when things aren't going the way we want them to. And this could be a signal to you need to slow down, have patience. Things are happening as they're supposed to, possibly, and you need to let go of some things and release some of these issues out there. Get rid of the negative energy, keeping it pent up. It's like somebody just keeps trying to fix a situation that's not fixable. All right, we have the King of Pentacles and the Hermit. Came out together. Needing to take a breather, needing to take a time for yourself to get yourself right again, get grounded and balanced, set yourself on what it is that you really want, and look into yourself. Though you got to take this time and step out of the situation for a minute, and not necessarily having to completely leave the situation, but maybe you do. Maybe that's what it's going to take, is a separation. If it's a significant other, maybe you need to separate from each other for a little bit. It doesn't see, this is the problem though, is if you feel like you love this person, you've put years, time and effort into this relationship, and you don't want to do a little separation, because you don't think it's going to be a little separation. In the back of your mind, you're like, they're not going to come back, they're going to like it better without me. The problem is if you're feeling like that, if you're feeling like you can't, the relationship will end if they go anywhere else, so you want them to stay in this festering pool of negativity that the two of you have created, that's no good. You're going to continue to get what you got. Doing what you did will get what you got. It's going to be up to you to find that balance, find that stability within yourself. You got to look within yourself for it. You can't expect somebody else. You got to take control. You got to be the king. Wow. All right, I'm gonna pull some cards for clarity on this. All right, Taurus. If this is within a emotional attachment, not necessarily emotional attachment, within a personal relationship, what do they need to know about it? Ooh. A bunch of cards popped out and I feel like I need to keep them. All right. This is about on the personal relationship side of it. Whew. Okay. We have the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands, it's in the reverse as well. This is about releasing some burdens on yourself, carrying a lot of baggage, needing to leave the baggage behind if you want to make it work with this person. Like I said, whether it be a friendship, family, a family relationship, siblings, whatever it is, cousins, a significant other. I feel like feeling too much of the woe is me because you're still carrying things from the past. And it's reflecting on what's happening right now. You may not realize it or know it, but it feels like burdens of the past are reflecting on the happiness of your future. We have the Priestess in the reverse here. Yeah, not being connected, not kind of feeling all skittish, like all over the place. Not skittish, scattered. That's the word I want. Feeling scattered, not feeling whole, having a hard time seeing that you have the power within you to fix what's going on, fix the situation, not wanting to go down certain paths to get there. You have faith. You need to keep your faith up. You need to keep faith in yourself. I feel like it's inner faith, needing to realize that you are, there is a good person in there. There is a someone who can stand on their own too. I feel like there's some of you that feel like you can't do it alone. Like I said, you are the one that is responsible for your own happiness, and you can do things on your own. Sometimes we get reliant on others thinking that we cannot do it. And it keeps a like I say, a festering. It feels like festering. I keep coming back to that word, festering situation, where it's just negativity boiling at this point, and you just need a break from each other. You have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. That is a no if someone asked a question at this point, in your head, whatever, or about the person. If I'm talking about that person, if you're talking about that situation, it's a no. But this is I feel like you need to be responsible for this is the Cups. This is about emotional issues. This is about abundance of love for self. I feel an ace being the singular. You know what I mean? It's you. It's the one. You are the one, and it is in the reverse. It's like your eyes are closed to the fact that you can be your own healer. Even Judgment, possibly judging yourself on what is going on. If this happens to end up being a separation of some sort, excuse me, or a breakup, this could be you feeling judged in the situation, or you may be judging yourself as maybe taking the blame when you're not the only one to blame. Or if you're giving all the blame to someone else, maybe you're judging someone else, feeling like they're at fault. They're the reason why things aren't going the way they need to. When in reality, it takes two to tango, okay? Because you could just leave. You could leave and be in a better spot. You have the Two of Cups. This is definitely about, I feel like for a lot of you, I was going to say, about a pairing here with the Two of Cups. This is just two people needing to work things out, being together, and this may be the way it started, that all hands were on deck. You know what I'm saying? Suddenly when I started to say that, that's why I stopped. I felt like somebody is getting an offer of love on the side, and this could be part of the problem. Not saying necessarily it's your person. It might be you, depending on who you are, and what's going on. And this could be damaging to the relationship as well, especially if the other person knows, or if you know about someone trying to get with your person. And I feel like someone in the situation, either you or your partner, has someone after them that wants to, or has been trying to send them messages or flirts around with them, whatever the case may be, and they're not taking care of the problem. You or them, whoever's going through that, is not taking care of the problem, and it's causing a lot of problems within the relationship. So just be mindful of that. And then we have the Knight of Coins, which is the Knight of Pentacles. This is you needing to be. In some situations, I would feel like this is the, actually, the energy that's coming off here. It's going two ways here for me. This is either you needing to buckle down and keep the eye on the prize, and this is what you need to be doing. Maybe you're not, and you need to be grounded and take it slow. Stop rushing into the argument before you know what's going on, kind of thing. Also, this can be someone with their eye on the prize and not taking into account, like you got blinders on, you're not taking into account that someone else's feelings in a situation, keeping yourself focused on a singular point and thinking only this will work, and in reality, with those blinders on, you can't see all the different options that are there for you to fix the problem, or at least help the situation. All right, let's I'm going to pull some cards for clarity. If this is if this has to do with your job, with your career, with your financial side, please, Spirit, for Taurus. Ooh, popping right out there. Jumping across here. The Devil in the reverse. And it jumped out and landed over here on this Chariot and on this King of Pentacles here. The Page, sorry. Page of Pentacles. We gotta bring them together when this happens like this. I feel like there's a connection. Yeah, there's the Devil card can be about addictions, about not just, it could be drug addictions or alcohol and things like that, interfering with situations, which could be why, and maybe it's trying to explain what is going on here. Someone may have a drinking or a drug problem, possibly, and it's affecting your work. It's affecting how you are. Maybe you're coming in hungover all the time, possibly coming in just, it might not even be like that. It might not be as severe as that, but when, say you're like, no, you got to work the next day, and you're always they're always able to, your friends or family, whoever it is that entices you to do this. Let's have a few drinks, let's have some fun, let's party tonight. You got work the next day, and you're like, no, I got work the next day, and then they're like, come on, and just peer pressure. You know what I'm saying? This can be peer pressure as well. It is in the reverse. This is I feel like this is telling you that you need to take control back. This may have gotten out of hand, and it's affecting, you may have got warnings about it, or maybe you just can see it yourself. You're making mistakes because you're tired, you're laggy. I know that's how I get when in the past. I don't drink like that at all anymore, but you feel laggy, you feel disconnected a little bit. you're constantly focused on the fact that you're thirsty all the time. You know, you just can't focus on the task at hand. It could be having to do with something about your job. You need to be on point. I feel like this is, whatever this is you needing to change whatever it is you're doing. This could be you really liking somebody, or maybe spending time with a significant other here, or a friend, a close friend, and it might not be to do with drinking or whatever at all. It's just you stay up all night talking on the phone. Or I just feel like it's affecting your the capability that you have of work, getting it done, getting things done on time. Needing to get over that because it's pulling you in the wrong direction here, you know, and you're not seeing the signs, especially with that being a Page of Pentacles. It's about money, you know, or can be. Let's pull a few more cards on that. For Taurus, what else do they need to know about this situation with their job, their career, their finances here? What else do they need to know? Okay. We have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. I'm feeling like this is someone that, this is a no, by the way, if you ask something. But I'm feeling like you used to put your all into it. You put all of your time and energy into your job at one point, and with you doing this, it feels like slacking a little bit here. With you doing this, you probably don't see the slack because you're like, you know what, I'm tired of not having fun because I'm working all the time. But then you know, you can teeter on that edge of now you're slacking at work because you feel you deserve it and what have you. But it's affecting you when it starts to affect your work. Starts to affect your not ability, what is the word I want to, your capabilities at work, then it begins to be a problem. I feel like a boss, a co-worker, something, they're looking like you're not doing your share. They're looking like you're not picking up your share. That could be where I was feeling with the picking up the slack for somebody else. That could be part of that as well. But it could be this also could be for someone here. This may be this energy, maybe you picking up the slack, because I was feeling you picking up the slack. It could be you picking up the slack for somebody else because they are doing these things. And I'm with someone who it's making you have to work harder to keep a household running financially. Maybe someone is doing bad at work. Maybe you work together at the same job as well. If you're like in a situation with a friend or a family member or even a significant other, you could work at the same job. That doesn't always happen with that, depending on what it is. But I feel like it's taking a burden and a toll on you. Or this could be taking a toll on somebody else. But I feel like it's within a household situation, and this someone is looking like you don't have your heart in this anymore. All right, so be mindful of that. Sometimes you know, I get to those points where I'm like, you know what, I'm spending some money on myself. I'm gonna take a day off, and then it becomes 2 days and 3 days. Not in a row, but you know what I mean. Slacking too often can really hinder your progress financially, you know. All right, let's see. We are going to pull a few message cards for Taurus before we close the read. Kind of got a frog in my throat. Excuse me. What do they need to know? There it is. We have woods. Be like the woods. Calm, soothing, mysterious, and full of life. I feel like change up what it is that you're doing. Dabble in something different. React in a different way. in your relationships, whether it be, like I say, work or whatever. Put some priorities and calm down. I feel like saying calm down as well. Okay, I'm going to pull a grace card here, and I promise that's it. I feel like that is needed. There's a message in here too, and I keep chance. It's kind of like the Fool card. Stepping to an edge. Take the leap. Divine protection is always by our side. Take a step over to a side, you know, to some land that you're not used to walking on. Somewhere where you don't exactly, you know, take some risks. I feel like you're staying stagnant in a situation because you don't want the other person to go anywhere. You don't want to ruffle the feathers because you're afraid that but if it's not working out and you're not happy, especially if neither one of you are happy in the situation the way it's going, taking a break is really, really, you know, I really feel like needing to separate for a while. And I feel for some of you, you will be back together, or it could just be for a weekend or something. You know, give each other space. I think somebody's afraid of what somebody will do if they give them a little bit of a loose leash. So, understandably. But if you can't trust the person, then what are you with them for? Because relationships are all about trust, guys. All right, Taurus, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Tap that bell icon for notification of future uploads. Have a great week. See you next video.